Good evening, fan base. My name is Frederick Rogers. I am the founder CEO of Get Your Own Enterprises. Get yours, get your own. When you come to Get Your Own, you get results. Tonight, we have one of our proteges on tonight. His name is Daniel Stanford. Daniel had a vision to start his own business, and he came to us several years ago, and we made it happen. And it's just a pleasure for me to come out tonight to interview him. And this is a Get Your Own success story. Without further ado, we would like to bring Daniel on and just talk to him and get inside his head, and maybe he can share some of his experiences to help somebody else come up. Good evening, Daniel. How you doing? Man, it's nice to see you, man, and it's a pleasure to come out to visit you tonight. Yeah, it's a pleasure to come out and visit you tonight. And you're looking good, man. So, so how you feel?
I'm good.
Yeah. So yeah.
Tired, driving all day, but hey, that's part of the life. You gotta get yours and get it.
You gotta get going. That's what's up. So Daniel, let me jump into it right now. Just ask you a couple of quick questions. And what one thing you wish you would have known before you began your business?
Knowing how to do your taxes properly. Make sure you always have your taxes filed properly every quarterly. If not, those penalties will eat you up. So that's pretty much I could say. I wish I would have had known before I even started. Just the taxes more than anything.
And I wish I had known, because that's what I do, and I could have put you on just like that. But so that's what's up. So with that, man, you'll be able to share with other people that starting their business, especially the rappers and the people that's into music. They'll get that fast money, and they think it's all theirs without paying taxes on it, and then they find out they start losing stuff, and that's how they get educated. Some of them.
Save, put up, do your taxes properly every quarterly. Don't hesitate whatsoever. I mean, this is something that you're going to have to take a risk on, because while you are investing in yourself, and pretty much I did all mine without a loan from the bank. I just did my homework on everything that I know now. Surrounded myself around positive people. It doesn't hurt to get educated, because you're not going to know everything. And the things that you think you know, you have to go back to the drawing board and to look at the scenarios that you felt like you knew. You got to look at them. You have to look at that pretty much that situation. You gotta basically go back to the drawing board like so many times before. So educate yourself. I went to a class that the University of Houston had, like starting your own business, how to run and how to start and how to run your own business. So educate yourself. Learn the tax brackets at all times. Learn everything that you need to know into putting into a business. So that's pretty much what I can advise anybody, and pretty much what I wish I had known before I started.
Well, that's interesting, man. Sure glad to hear that. My next question to you, Daniel, is what advice would you give someone that's trying to pursue a career in the cigar industry?
Well, knowing that everything is a risk, like I have said previously, knowing everything is a risk, sticking to your goals, sticking to your dreams, and don't do any shortcuts. If you're not there yet as far as your permits, make sure you get your tobacco permit, your wholesale permit, because those two ingredients are very important to getting your merchandise from a particular area of interest. Your tobacco is very important, because without your tobacco, you would have the FDA and the rest of the, law enforcement on you. So I advise anybody, if you're going to start in the cigar industry as far as selling, get your permits. That's the most important. Get your permits, get you a you know, find a ink file type engine to help you get your EIN number, get your trademark more than anything, get your logo more than anything. Trademark all of it. Do not shortcut anything, because with your EIN number, they're going to be looking for that. Your taxpayer ID, they're going to be looking for that. So pretty much do your homework. Like I previously said, do your homework, ask questions, surround yourself around positive people. The more you know, the further you will grow in any type of business of your choice.
Sounds good, man. Tell me this, Daniel. So, on your mission statement, when you completed that mission statement, did it open up some doors as far as allowing you, showing you more of your vision to move forward?
Oh yes, it very much so did. It was like a rekindling inspiration more than anything. Just having that little bit of information and the mission statement of what I wanted to do, what was my vision, what was my goal, is pretty much I'm just living a dream, you could say. It's a living dream that I'm living right now.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So my next question to you, Daniel, would be, what have you read or listened to recently that has inspired you?
Well, more than anything, one of my favorite rappers, 50 Cent, his inspiration audiobook of how he started his business and how he progressed in his vision. So pretty much I took that as a little inspiration. And, you know, I used that as a positive engine building, motivational, you know, sort of other. So pretty much I just listened to his audiobook, and pretty much, even though we had different views, the concept was pretty much the same. If you're in a position that you don't want to be into, do something until you progress out of that position. And like I indicated, it's going to be a risk regardless of whatever you do. But you might as well take a chance on it. You never know. You know, you won't know until you actually get in it and you start progressing more and learning from it. And you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes, but every mistake is not a bad thing. It's just a learning opportunity, so the next time you progress, you won't make those same mistakes that you have made previously.
Man, that's awesome, man, because as I'm sitting here listening to you right now and seeing how, since when we first met, seeing how you have grown, and I'm actually learning from you just from this interview, and it is awesome. What are the name a few people that in your life that has been very influential to you?
Well, for one, I give you credit. Thank you so much, Fred. I would like to give my brother Cigar Rich, you know, my mentor. Without him, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now as far as being in the cigar industry. His blueprints to progressing on to making a good, successful business out of the cigar. Good friend Michelle Moore, aka Mimi, with her V-Cut Cigar Lounge. She have gave me my first pop-up. From there, it seemed like doors have opened up. Kia McLean, Cigar Chronicles, very good supporting factor. Love her like a sister. And I pretty much give James, Chris Hughes, his wife Rita, as well as Tahira LaSharon. And even though we no longer on speaking terms, I would like to give Nicole Battle, you know, her flowers, because without her, a lot of my permits, a lot of the legal things that I needed, without her, I wouldn't be able to attain those things due to my prior, my prior engagements that I had, as well as my sister, Natural. You know, she's been my inspiration for my Travelers for Life Cigar and More page, as well as my Instagram page under the same monarch.
And what is her name?
Natural Palmer.
A Natural?
Natural,
that's her name?
Yes,
that's
Natural.
An awesome name, boy.
So without her, I wouldn't pretty much have everything I have. Oh, before I forget, my sister Rhonda Williams, who makes all my apparel, my shirts, my hats that you see here. So I'd like to give all of those loved ones that I named credit. Thank you so much for all what you have done for me.
And tell my audience, man, since you have been known myself as far as Getting On Enterprises, how have we inspired to help you continue to be successful?
Yeah, you just kept me motivated. You know, kept me wanting this even more than ever. Pretty much every time I go to sleep and wake up, I had a new idea that I needed to work on or I wanted to work on. So pretty much if you surround yourself amongst positive people, anything is not a dream when it's turned into a reality. So your dream will progress into a reality. And it's pretty much how much you put into it is pretty much how much you're going to get out of it.
Sounds good, Daniel. Really appreciate the interview, Daniel. This is a Getting On success story, Daniel Stanford. And we appreciate Daniel for being on the show and look forward to seeing him doing more great things. When you come to Getting On, you get results. Get yours, get your own.